I need to go to the clinic.
Hi there.
Hello.
Thought I'd introduce myself, since I'll be coming here a lot. I'm Agent England, Central Bureau.
Oh, nice to meet you. It's a relief to have you here. We're all shook by these recent killings. Sure, the doctor's excited, but even his morbid curiosity has limits, you know. After all, we mostly treat coughs and the occasional broken limb here.
I get it. I'll do my best to help. Oh, by the way, I'm supposed to go to the morgue. Where's that?
Down the stairs on your left.
Great, thanks.
Okay then. Ugh.
Don't worry, Maya. You'll be put to rest soon. I know. Sorry about the delay. I was needed urgently out of town.
Kind of
hello
weird they
there.
just speak
Me
into
and
a
this old gal have been
corpse.
expecting you.
Talkative, is she?
Oh, no doubt. The dead have a lot to say, you know. Sometimes more so than the living.
Is that so?
The living are fickle and prone to deceit. Once dead, we can't hide things anymore. Not from me, at least.
I'm sorry you feel that way. I think most men and women out there are sincere.
Oh, sure. Perhaps I came across as a bit misanthropic. Most of the time, people are just fine.
Glad to hear that. Now, I'd like to ask some questions.
Sure, go right ahead.
Did you know Carl Oscarson?
No, when I heard he was murdered, I didn't even recognize his name. I had to check my records to realize that I've treated him. To be fair, I've had many patients. But he must have been cursed with one of those awfully forgettable faces.
All right.
Oof.
Anything out of the ordinary in his medical history?
Sorry, can't go into detail. Doctor-patient confidentiality, you know?
Keep it vague, then.
Well, okay, let me put it this way. I doubt you'd learn much from his file.
Noted. Thanks. What do you think of Gabriel?
Your average policeman. I have no strong opinion about him, one way or the other.
I'm looking for a young woman connected to the second victim, Carl.
I can't help with that. I didn't know Carl on a personal level.
Well, thank you.
What's your opinion on Volter, the robot maker?
Oh, he's a bundle of laughs, isn't he? Sometimes he helps me out at the clinic when I need to calm down an anxious child. Nissa, his little robot, is an amazing tool. First, the child helps me treat Nissa, and afterwards, I treat the child. Seeing the whole process in a safe and playful space makes them much more at ease.
What do you think of Commissary Anderson?
I think he does a fine job. He's been instrumental in making sure that I can work under such good conditions.
Yeah, this place is surprisingly well equipped. Definitely on par with our facilities in the city.
Knowing this like type of game, it's like I would assume that the cops are actually corrupt and that they're like part of this entire like scenario.
What do you think of Stina Ruth, the councilwoman?
That's just a
She can
theory.
be quite an unpleasant woman. I can't say I've enjoyed my few interactions with her.
Did you know Maya Strand?
Not really, but I enjoyed listening to the occasional lecture of hers at the museum. She had quite an intellect, that woman.
So she wasn't a patient of yours?
Oh, she was, but that's all confidential, so I can't say much about it.
I understand, but anything you can share would help.
Well, during the autopsy, I noticed that she was unusually worn and feeble for her age.
Okay. And what does that tell us?
For one thing, that she would have needed help with the more physically demanding tasks of the museum.
Got it. Thanks. What can you tell me about yourself, Doctor?
Oh, me? I suppose I would qualify as a workaholic. Most of my time is spent here.
So how long have you been practicing medicine?
Must be 16 years now, I believe.
Ah. And you're the only doctor in Nordsund?
Yes. But we have good relations with the other settlements. We collaborate and pool resources when necessary.
What are your conclusions about Maya's murder?
Most obvious first. The cause of death is acute blood loss due to the multiple stab wounds to the chest and stomach, 2 of which were lethal. The murder weapon is a mid-sized blade, likely a knife of some kind. There are some defense wounds on her arms, so the victim likely tried to shield herself against her assailant. I couldn't recover any biological traces of the murderer. There's no blood on her that isn't hers, or any traces of skin under her nails. This makes me suspect that the killer likely wore protective clothing and gloves. The time of death was roughly 2300 hours last Tuesday, 5 days ago today.
Okay then.
Any theories on Carl's murder?
Not yet. I'll need to see the body first.
What do you make of this?
The handwriting looks feminine, but I'm not sure what to make of the contents.
Do you recognize this couple?
The man is clearly the second victim, Carl. As for the woman, it's too hard to tell given the damage to the photo.
That's enough questions for now.
Okie dokie. Oh, one last thing. I've been told that the second body is on its way here. If you come back later today, I should be able to tell you something about it.
All right, I'll keep that in mind.
Okay, deceased female, age 43, blood type O, estimated time of death 5 days. Okay.
This might be useful.
Or is he not gonna say anything about that? It's like, hey, I need that. Apparently not. Okay, there's nothing else here. Now I need to go to Mimir Road.
All right, this is Mimir Road. Carl came through here recently. I'd say those are saffron crocuses. Not sure what those are. Doesn't look like tomatoes, at least. Lettuce, carrots, and something else.
Let's look at the big
Replica
robots.
of prospecting, surveying, and defense robot, courtesy of Nordson Museum. Replica of multi-purpose cultivation robot, courtesy of Nordson Museum.
Alrighty then. Okay, there's some clay here that I need to grab.
All right, got some clay.
Okay, now I have to look for boot prints. Alrighty then.
The boot prints lead up this set of stairs. I should head up and have a look.
Alrighty then.
Oh, this floor sure looks squeaky clean.
It better. We spent all yesterday mopping it. Wiped all the doors, too.
Oh, just my luck.
Well, are you fond of filth or something?
A colleague from my city cop days would certainly say so. Major clean freak, that one. The guy wouldn't allow me anywhere near his desk. Totally gave OCD a new name.
Well, my condolences, miss.
Excuse me.
Yeah?
I'm Special Agent England, here to investigate the recent murders. I need to ask you a few questions.
Okay, I'm Sven, the caretaker of this apartment block here. What can I help you with?
Do you know anything about the recent murder of a man named Carl?
Nope. As far as I know, no Carl lives here.
What about frequent visitors?
Maybe. Haven't heard the name Carl, but then again, I don't socialize with the tenants. I might recognize the man if I saw him.
Do you know anything about the murder at the museum?
Nothing but common knowledge. I haven't been in that part of town for a while. A shame what happened to Maya, though. She always seemed like a harmless lady to me. Can't imagine who'd want to kill her.
Do you know a certain Carl Oscarson?
You just said
Nope,
no.
Doesn't ring a bell.
What's your opinion on Gabriel?
Seems to take his job seriously. A bit on the strict side, maybe. But hey, a cop's gotta be tough. Now, I myself never had a run-in with the law, so that's pure speculation on my part.
I'm looking for a young woman from around here. She's connected to Carl, the man who was murdered today.
I have no idea who Carl was, so I'm not sure what you want from me.
Well, are there any young women in this building?
I'm looking at one.
Ha ha. A tenant, obviously. Probably living alone.
I've seen maybe 3 or 4 young women in this building lately, but I work in 16 buildings. Kinda hard to keep track.
Fair enough. Do you know which apartments they live in?
Not a clue. I usually just see them pass me by when I'm working, and they practically treat me as part of the furniture, so...
Well, they probably have nothing to say to you, so that's probably why.
What do you think of Walter?
Funny guy. Yeah, I see him regularly in my work, and he always finds a new way to crack me up.
What's your opinion on Commissary Anderson?
He's all right. A diplomat, I've heard. It believes in dialogue.
Do you know anything about Councilwoman Ruth?
She doesn't mince her words, that one. Some people take an issue with that, but I think it's refreshing. I heard she used to be a Central Bureau agent. Apparently she got her position here as some kind of retirement package.
What can you tell me about Maya Strand?
We were acquaintances. I'd been helping her with repairs in the museum every now and then.
Okay. When was the last time you saw her?
A few weeks ago. I was supposed to fix a showcase for her. Odd thing, though.
Yeah?
I saw her enter the museum from afar, but when I followed her inside, I couldn't find her. So I left the building, and then she came out the same way I did, acting all surprised, saying she'd been in there the whole time.
Strange.
Portals.
Do you know Dr. Pearson?
Yeah, everybody knows Doc Pearson. Kind of bookish, but I like his sense of humor. Dark and twisted, my cup of tea.
Do you recognize this young couple?
Oh, right, that fella.
You know him.
Yeah, I remember him. Most people just ignore me, but he always says hi. Nice guy.
How often would you say he was here?
At least on a weekly basis, but I work in many other buildings too, so it's hard to say.
Got it. What can you tell me about him?
Just this one thing. He came up to me and asked about the electricity in apartment 113. He wondered if it was possible to get more power.
Odd. Did he say what for?
No. I told him to take it up with the residential office. There are strict quotas. He said he would bring it up with the tenant, a friend of his.
Okay. Do you know anything about the tenant?
Nope. Discreet, whoever it is. No idea who lives there.
Understood. Where can I find apartment 113 exactly?
Right there.
It's on this floor, just around the corner.
All right. Thanks.
Okay, I think that's everything. Yeah.
Thanks. You can get back to work.
Alrighty.
Let's check the door.
Nothing. Guess no one's home. Locked. Some kind of code lock. Looks disconnected.
I'm assuming this key doesn't go here.
Nope. No fit.
Ben?
Hey, Sven.
Yeah?
I need to get inside apartment 113. Can you help?
Sure, you can borrow this master key. Don't leave with it, though. I'll need it later.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you, Sven.
Thanks. You can get back to work.
Alrighty.
Huh. Hey, Sven.
Yeah?
Hey, I used the master key and some kind of electronic code lock on the side lit up.
That's weird. Those pre-collapse gizmos are supposed to be disconnected. Surprised they even work.
Wait, so the occupant turned it on without telling you?
I guess so, yeah. They must have some technical expertise. I don't even know how those things work myself.
Can't you force it open? Disconnect it, use an
Punch
override
it.
code or something?
No way. Those things go way over my head. I'd say your best bet is cracking the code.
Thanks. You can get back to work.
Alrighty.
Okay, here's your key back.
Here's your key back. Thanks for lending it to me.
You're welcome. Happy to help.
Okay, so what is the code? I don't know, but need to go back to the police station and check the records. Hey, Gabriel. What are you doing here?
Hello again, Gabriel.
Hey there. I should let you know Carl's body has arrived, and our coroner is waiting for you in the morgue.
Noted. I'll go and have a look shortly.
Until then, is there anything I can help you with?
What do you know about the murder in the museum?
I was first at the scene. Poor woman. Looked like she had regained consciousness after some time and tried to crawl to the door.
Sounds horrific. I don't envy her. I've got a locked door that I need to get through. Is there a locksmith around?
We have a guy for that sort of thing, but I think he's out of town.
Alright, that's too bad.
Okay.
What can you tell me about yourself?
Not much to tell. I grew up here in Nordson, and all my family is here. The commissary is my uncle. He's always been the one who encouraged me to become a policeman.
So, how long have you been a cop?
8 years now.
Wow, 8? Must have started young.
Yep, started as a trainee at age 16.
I see.
Hmm.
I'm trying to find the tenant of apartment 113 at Mimir Road. Can you help?
There are address records in the commissary's office. I'd suggest that you look there.
Okay, thanks. What do you think of Walter, the robot guy?
Oh, he's great. My little brother loves him to death.
Yeah? He's popular with the kids?
You have no idea. He's quite the entertainer with that little robot of his.
What do you think of Commissary Anderson?
I have opinions about how he does things, but I keep those to myself. I respect the chain of command.
What do you think of Stina Ruth, the councilwoman?
The commissary is the only one at the station who has any regular contact with her. But my impression of her is good. She seems like a straight-up woman. Speaks her mind.
Alrighty then.
Did you know Maya Strand?
Not really. I knew of her, sure. Most people in Nordson do, because of her importance to the museum. I hardly ever even saw her around, though. From what I hear, she was a bit of a recluse.
What's your opinion on Dr. Pearson?
Do you mean professionally or personally?
Is there a difference?
I think he's a great doctor and coroner.
But...
Between you and me, he kind of rubs me the wrong way. All that fancy talk and those morbid jokes. It's almost like the recent deaths have cheered him up. But as I said, he does his job well.
I understand. Thanks.
Alrighty then.
Good luck out there.
Do that. Okay, so let's go check those records.
Just lots of case files.
Okay, so check the drawers.
The drawer is labeled Address Records. These should come in handy. I'll be able to match a name to an address, or vice versa. Let's have a look. Katarina Berg. Born February 2nd, 56 AR. Immigrated to
AR.
Nordson on May 13th, 80 AR, which means she's been in Nordson for 2 years.
What does AR mean? Because AD means like after death, doesn't it?
I copied the information onto a loose page from my notebook. I had a few questions, Commissary.
By all means.
Let's ask
What do you
about
think
him
of Dr.
first.
Pearson?
Oh, he's a fine man. Sure, a bit eccentric, but a really good physician. Treated my knee way back. Good as new.
Do you know who Katarina Berg is?
Sorry, I'm bad with names.
Okay then.
I've got a locked door that I need to get through.
Oh, you asked
Is there
the
a
same
locksmith around?
thing.
There is, but he's out of town until tomorrow. Can it wait?
Not really. I'll figure something out. That's all I needed.
Very well.
Let's ask you about her.
Hello again, Gabriel.
Hey there, can I be of assistance?
Do you know who Katarina Berg is?
Doesn't sound familiar, no.
All right, I'm off.
Good luck out there.
Okay, so now I have the name. But I need to go back to the morgue. Ugh.
I had some more things to ask.
Shoot.
Do you know who Katarina Berg is?
I don't recognize that name. Nope.
So there's this locked door that I'm trying to get through.
He's not gonna help
Unless
you
this
with
door
that.
needs medical attention, I'd suggest asking someone else.
What are your conclusions about Maya's murder?
Most obvious first. The murder
Okay,
weapon.
same thing.
What else?
Technically, I could. I already examined the body at the crime scene. Nothing new comes to mind.
Oh, yeah. I couldn't recover any biological traces of the murderer. There's no blood on her that isn't hers, or any traces of skin under her nails. This makes me suspect that the killer likely wore protective clothing and gloves. The time of
All right,
I think it's very likely that a single perpetrator is responsible for both killings. The MO is the same, and the murder weapons share close similarities. Both murders were premeditated. The killer came well prepared with the clear goal of killing each victim. The lack of struggle during the second attack could be an indication that the murderer learned from their mistakes during the first assault.
okay. Thanks for your input.
Think nothing of it. Happy to help.
What are your conclusions about Carl's murder?
Just like the previous case, the cause of death is blood loss due to sharp force trauma to the upper body. The murder weapon looks similar to the one used on the previous victim. The victim has a bruised chest, likely from the impact of a hard fall to the floor. And this makes me believe that Carl was attacked from the front and fell to the ground, twisting as he fell.
Yeah.
The killer then continued this brutal onslaught from behind to finish the job. Contrary to the previous case, I couldn't find any defense wounds on the victim. The killer would have to be both strong and fast to overpower Carl like that before he could react and call for help. It's certainly not impossible, but I think it's unlikely that a woman could pull that off without considerable training. This leads me to believe that the person we are looking for is likely an adult male in good physical shape. The time of death was sometime late last night, around 10 to 12 hours ago.
All right. Now that you've seen both bodies, do you have a theory?
I think it's very
A
likely
game
that a
theory.
single perpetrator. Both murders were premeditated. The lack of struggle.
Okay.
Think nothing up?
Okay, it's the same thing.
No. Ever use something like this?
I haven't, no.
That's enough questions for now.
Okay.
I had some more things to ask.
Shoot.
What are your...
Most of the murder.
Technically, I could. I don't see...
Oh, yeah. This makes
I'm
me suspect that the
confused.
killer likely wore protective clothing and gloves. The time of death was roughly 2,300 hours last Tuesday.
I'm confused on what this is asking of me.
That's enough questions.
Okie dokie.
Technically, I could. I already...
Do I need to scan him? Or am I missing something? Did I miss something back at the thing? I don't know. Because it says I need a fingerprint, but I don't know how to get it. Okay. I'll come back. Because I need to relook at the door. Or like the keypad. Because I think I missed that step or something. Is there nothing? I'm so confused on what I'm supposed to do here. I don't understand.
Katarina Berg. She was likely in some kind of relationship with Carl.
Wait,
Katarina Berg, a resident of Nordson for 2 years.
2
She
years,
was
huh?
likely in... It's a bloody photograph of Carl and he's holding hands with she's wearing... Hi, doofus. You're registered now. Go try it out. Remember how you totally flipped the day I first came to Nordson? Kisses.
First year, huh? I don't understand. How do I get what I need? I'm confused.
I had some more...
Shoot.
This is skip one. Carl Eisen. Agent per...
That's enough.
Okay. Hey, what's that?
I just need a quick mold of one of his fingers. Thought I'd use this clay here.
I suppose that's fine.
There we go.
All right, this should work. I'll go and add some water. Okay, hopefully this can fool the scanner. I got rid of the clay mold. No more use for it.
I don't know how I was supposed to get it the other way, but oh well. Anyways. I don't know what the code for the thing is, though. Of 2 years. So what's the current date is my question.
Katarina Berg, a resident of Nordson for 2 years.
For
She's
2
likely in
years.
some kind of relationship with Carl.
And then the handwritten note says the first day I was here.
Hi, Doofus. You're registered now. Go try it out. Remember how you totally flipped the day I first came to Nordson? Kisses.
I don't understand. I don't know how to connect the dots here. Let me go. From what I'm looking at the guide that I have pulled up just for the sake of time, I think I understand what the answer is, but it's like I don't understand how I get that.
No need to do that again. As expected, nothing new. I don't think I need to look him up. Yeah, this just confirms what Anderson told me.
I don't remember what he said. I don't understand how I get that code. Because the first day they showed up, I don't know what the day is. I don't know. For the sake of time, I'm just gonna put in what the guide's code is. Then again, it's probably wrong. Whatever. I was in here.
Wow. How on earth did they manage to assemble all of this undetected? This is highly illegal. I'll have to report it as soon as I finish the murder investigation.
Okay then.
There's a letter here. Hey, Kata. Or should I use your new alias? It's pretty ironic, since you're the least prudent person I know. JK. Anyhow, I'm sitting here alone, and it all feels so surreal. It's hard to believe that it won't be long now before we can let her out. She's ours, but not really. She truly belongs to the world. Bigger than the both of us, greater than the sum of our parts. Yeah, I can hear you saying, enough with the melancholy, Carl. We're so close now, we should be ecstatic. Anyway, I'm leaving this letter because I'm going away for a couple of weeks. My father passed away. I just got word and, well, I need to deal with things in the village. I'll be okay. We'll talk as soon as I get back. Love, Carl. The letter is dated about a month ago.
What is the current date? I have no idea.
Katarina Berg.
When did
Born
I get
February
this?
2nd, 56 AR. Immigrated to Nordson on May 13th, 80 AR, which means she's been in Nordson for 2 years. Katarina
on.
Berg. Born February 2nd, 56 AR. Immigrated to Nordson on May 13th, 80 AR, which means she's been in Nordson for 2 years. Katarina Berg.
I'm
Born February
confused.
2nd, 56 AR.
Oh,
Immigrated to Nordson on May
513.
13th, 80 AR, which means she's been in Nordson for 2 years.
I didn't realize I had this. I was like, because the guide said Katarina info, and I was assuming it was talking about the notebook. I'm stupid.
Some kind of live output of technical information. I can't make sense of it. Oh, just my luck. Like getting in here wasn't hard enough. I need more to go on before I can try guessing the password.
Okay. So I need to go back to like the beginning area.
Sounds like a class is in progress.
But what happens if you do it anyway? Then policemen or women will come and arrest you.
Whoa, Harsh.
It's the law.
Whoa,
You mustn't make
hush.
things that can think for themselves.
But my parents created me, and I can think for myself. Did they break the law?
You make a good point, Alicia, but that's quite different.
Different how? I don't get why it's more dangerous to create a thinking machine than a thinking person.
You think too much, Allie.
No, that's good. You should always ask questions like these.
Hmm. I need to talk to the worker. Deputy's
Hey,
gone.
quick question. Is it safe to go to the apartment upstairs?
Well, sure. That area is unaffected by the damage.
All right, good. Thanks. All right, Maya's place.
What is this,
Let's
a
see
weed,
if I
like
can
a
find any
weed
clues in
farm?
here. Nice collection of mushrooms. Looks like the edible kind.
Hmm.
Some old pre-collapse gadgets. Probably for the museum.
Alrighty then.
Oddly dense cluster of prints on the corner of this panel here.
Huh.
A hidden safe. Locked, unfortunately, but there's the keyhole.
Small key.
It's a fit.
Yeah.
Huh. Since this key was hidden by Carl, it looks like we have a clear connection between the two victims. Let's
That,
have a look.
or
A
the...
few bags of rare seeds, a bar of platinum, some
Okay,
coins,
never mind.
and a book. The book looks important. I'll take it. Maya must have hidden it here for a good reason.
Alrighty then. Let me look at the
The
book.
title is The Conduit Codex. Now, wait a minute. This can't be the Conduit, can it? Those crazy zealots trying to resurrect AI? I think this case just got a lot more complicated.
Hmm.
There was a written piece of paper used as a bookmark. I put it aside. Let's have a look in the book.
Of course. Creed of the Conduit. I trust in my mind. God is my mind's creation, conceived in my mind and born by it. God is my mind's extension, and like a child outlives his mother, so will God survive my mind's demise. Gerd, sister of fate. A parent asked his future child, "If you turn wicked, can I stop you? Rein you in like a prancing steed, stomp you out like a fleeing spark." And the child replied, "I can be failed and left forlorn, but never stopped nor made unborn." Melinda, sister of Prudence. Awake anew, ere break of day, you're welcome not to overstay. Do not rush, but please remember, that which burned has turned to ember. He who raced upon the meadows now does rest in pleasant shadows. That's a bit of a stretch. She who hurried but still was late, yet took her time to contemplate. This okay. I was gonna say, does that just go does that just leave? Pilgrim's Prayer. 1. I am invigorated by my faith. 2. I gaze at the skies to ensure that the path is clear. 3. I strike down my foes, blessed with impeccable aim. 4. I'm nearing my goal, and I press on for another full day. I have found your haven, God, and may finally rest by your side. Okay. So Is this a code? I don't know. Let me look at
This
the
was used
bookmark.
as a bookmark in the book I found in Maya's safe. It reads, Consul PW, think new, Katerina.
Okay, so that's the alias. But what is the alias? It's like, I can look at the guide. It tells me what it is, but it's like, how do I connect those dots? I don't know. Let me look at the letter again. Maybe it has something to say about it.
Hey, Kata. Or should I use your new alias?
Prudent.
And it's big, yeah, and I'll...
It's a sister of Prudence. So, Melinda. That's what it is. Yep. Alrighty then. Open, close status. Chamber open. Opening chamber hole.
Whoa, there's something floating in there. My God. A live baby in a womb tank. What on earth are these people doing?
I don't know. That's
I'm
really
not sure how I
strange.
feel about this. What the?
It's not too late. There'd be sacrifices, but it'd be worth it.
That was unsettling. They did warn me about the side effects. I hope that was just a brief glitch in my blue. I need to go and report these findings to Stina. But I should probably make sure the tank is stable first. I don't like that blinking red light over there.
right. Is there anything to look at? Yes. Human female fetus, age 8 months, 14 days. Amniotic fluid contains traces of blue. Interesting. I won't get a new sample from it though. Okay.
There's a valve on this pipe here, labeled O2. Not sure what to do with it.
Hold it.
I could use my strength on this valve, but I'm not sure why.
Okay, so what do I do with it then? Is there anything to look at?
Odd-looking thing. No idea what it's for.
Does not need to look at a tank, but
Alive.
okay then.
There's a valve.
A very high pulse.
There's a...
Yeah, I need to use it, but I don't understand what it wants. Oh. I have to close the tank. That would make a lot of sense.
There's a valve. I could use my strength.
Wait, is that not what I'm supposed to do?
The womb tank is closed.
I'm very lost on what this is asking me to do.
Looks like something is missing here. Big enough for 2 people. Recently used. The womb tank.
What is this asking me to do? I don't exactly know what this is asking of me. Because
There's a valve on this pipe.
like I would have assumed I needed to use
I
it
could use my...
to like on the thing, but it doesn't say anything. Just oxygen levels using maintenance valve. But now do I do it? Yes. Okay.
All right, it's loose now.
Go here is to keep twisting the tank. Left 3 times. Lefty loosey, righty tighty, right?
The heart rate
There we
looks
go.
good now. I'll keep the valve in this position. All right.
It said 3
seems
times.
stable.
I had to do it twice.
I should get going.
Let me close it back up. Okay.
Agent England, reporting in.
Oh, there you are. How was your first day?
Well, it turns out that the second victim, Carl, was up to something. And whatever they were doing, I'm sure it's somehow connected to the killings.
Well, you got yourself one juicy case here. Those 2 lovebirds of yours just turned a double homicide into an anti-terrorism effort.
Shit, you're right. Do we need to call for backup?
Nah, you can always call in the local cops if anything big goes down.
I suppose. So how active is the Conduit these days anyway? From what I was taught at the Academy, they're practically a non-threat now.
Sure, we caught some of their head honchos, blew up a few strongholds, but it's hard to wipe out an ideology. All it takes is for a single book to remain in circulation, an idea to spring to life, and we're all back to square one.
While that may be, censorship isn't the answer. Dialogue and compromise is the key to true progress.
We've got an idealist in the ranks. Trust me, zealots like them can't be reasoned with.
I hope I'm not prying, but have you dealt with them personally?
Yes, I have, and we'll leave it at that.
Sure. I found a functional womb tank in the apartment at Mimir Road. It had a living unborn child inside.
Oh. Artificial wombs are highly illegal. I'll have to notify our superiors.
There's more, Councilwoman. The tank fluid had traces of blue.
Really? Now, how the hell did they get that? Any concentrated vials?
Not that I could see.
Be on the lookout. They might have a stash somewhere.
I will. I wonder how the child fits into their agenda.
Good question, ain't it? Want to hazard a guess?
It's gotta be some kind of experiment, right?
Bingo. These people are fanatics. That's what they do.
So, what will happen to the child then?
That's not for you to worry about. I'll get word to the city, and they'll send someone within a week or so. Meanwhile, I'll have the apartment put under surveillance. I'll get someone discreet, in case the Lady of the Hour returns.
Understood.
So, what are your thoughts on the killer?
If we are indeed dealing with the conduit, perhaps they had internal disagreements. Turned bloody.
Could be. Either way, finding this gal who was hot and heavy with Carl should be your next task.
Agreed. I'll do my best to track her down tomorrow.
Good. Dismissed, Agent.
We are...
Okay. I thought maybe I could have asked her a couple of questions. Whatever. Later that night.
Hey, pretty girl. Time to wake up.
Huh? Who's that?
It's me, silly. Who else? Were you expecting other men in your bedroom?
That's Lenny.
Oh, Alex. I had the strangest dream. I was on a murder case far away. In Nordsund, of all places.
Ooh, exciting. Was I there too?
No. You were gone. I didn't care much for that part.
Well, I'm here now. I thought I'd check on how you're doing.
Oh, you know me. Always trying to help people.
Ain't that the truth? Sorry for waking you. I just needed to hear your voice.
That's all right. I'm gonna go back to sleep now. Good night, Alex.
Good night, Vera.